Hi friend, this is Sarah of My Home, Your Home, Our Home, and I have a bookshelf full of nursery rhyme books right now. The reason is because a few weeks ago when my family started homeschooling for preschool, we used some nursery rhyme books that weren't really a good fit for our family, and I decided that I would set out on a quest to find the best Mother Goose for our family. Unfortunately, there weren't videos like this that I could find, or even articles really comparing a whole bunch of Mother Goose books. So I decided I'm going to go through all of this work. Why not share it with other people? So if you are in the market in search of a nursery rhyme book that your family can love, then you have come to the right place, and I'm so glad that we can chat through this video today. I'm going to show you the insides of more than 10 books, and you can judge for yourself and your family what you think would be best for you. I will show you at the end our picks, the ones that will be staying on our shelves, and why we're choosing those ones. But my intention in this video is to give you a general view of each book so that you can make a decision for yourself. So let's get started. I have created timestamps of all the nursery rhyme books to make this video more viewer friendly, so feel free to jump around to any book that interests you or simply to watch all the way through. The very first book is The Best Mother Goose Ever by Richard Scarry. Richard Scarry's book is quite large, and it has his signature style of illustrations with animals as the characters. My sons had this as their very first Mother Goose book, and so it is something that we are very attached to, but I do think that it has its own merits standing on its own. We have a lot of nursery rhymes in this book, but there's only about one per page, so the illustrations are really big and colorful. Plus, they're animals, and what child doesn't love having animals in books? The book is a little bit fragile that we have because it's an older copy, but you can probably find newer copies of this that will hold up well. You can see that we've loved this a lot. The nursery rhymes don't have a lot of verses to them. Let me just take this opportunity to invite you to subscribe and hit the bell notification. I have a video coming out soon with Bible resources for preschoolers and some that we have found to actually hold little kids' attention, which can be a challenge sometimes. So that's coming out soon, and I wouldn't want you to miss it. And I would love to have you join our community here. So don't forget to subscribe. Second, The Little People's Mother Goose, pictures by Jenny Bassett. This book has quite a few nursery rhymes as well, and the illustrations are colorful. Here's the contents. It's divided into sections. Little rhymes about little people is one of them. They're interesting illustrations for children. Because they're divided into sections, you can find easily the type of rhyme that you're looking for, which is sometimes difficult in other editions of Mother Goose books. This one includes learning rhymes and riddles. If you learned rhymes to remember how many days are in each month, you might find something like that in this type of book. A classic of nursery rhyme books, The Real Mother Goose, has illustrations that are somewhat as if they were done by wooden stamps a little bit. They're very quaint, reminiscent of the 1930s, 1920s even, and there are a lot of rhymes on one page. It's more of a format that lends itself to getting as many rhymes in as possible rather than focusing mainly on the illustrations. So the illustrations are colorful. If you're looking for a traditional nursery rhyme book, then this might be the one for you. There are 128 pages of rhymes. A Treasury of Mother Goose, illustrated by Hilda Offen. This one alternates between color and black and white. The nursery rhymes include a lot of verses to each rhyme, or a lot of stanzas, and the illustrations are childish in the way that they're child-friendly, I guess. Here is the cat and the fiddle, or Hey Diddle Diddle. Again, many pages in this nursery rhyme book. You're going to find probably most nursery rhymes that you know in here. It has an index of first lines, which is helpful if you can't remember the name of the nursery rhyme. 153 pages total. Mother Goose, illustrated by Fujikawa. This has alternating pages of color and then black and white. Because it has so many rhymes in this book, you will again find most of the ones that you know. The illustrations are very child friendly. There is an index of first lines at the back of the book, so you can again find rhymes easily. 125 pages total. Yet another classic nursery rhyme book. This one has an embossed cover, beautiful for gifting and presenting. It also has a ribbon marker. If you are looking for one that just filled with a sense of the past and antiquity of nursery rhymes, this is the most beautiful edition I found. There are gray engraving type illustrations around the main picture on each page, and there's about one rhyme per page opposite an illustration. Old King Cole has a lot of verses in it. And at the back of the book there is music, sheet music. If you want to play along with the songs or don't know the tunes, you can easily do this if you read music. This is the only nursery rhyme book I have found with that feature. Also an embossed back, beautiful for gifting. Sylvia Long's Mother Goose. This comes with a ribbon marker. It has a presentation page with a rhyme on it. Sylvia Long is the author illustrator of many children's books. She is the illustrator of the book A Seed is Sleepy. And this nursery rhyme book has entirely animals as the characters. I like the interpretation of Humpty Dumpty as a duck egg. I like this one a lot. We unfortunately don't have our own copy of it. It's from a library, and in the future I would love to add this to our bookshelf. This next nursery rhyme book is very unique in that it is personalized. This is Wonderbly's Treasury of Nursery Rhymes. In this book you get to choose your child's name and avatar. The nursery rhymes include the child's name in actually the text, and they're adjusted a little bit so that it's easier to include the child. We like this because it's fun to see yourself in a book. In this type of book, you get the nursery rhymes, but you also just get a good gift for kids. I should note that there are around 40 so nursery rhymes in this book. I haven't counted exactly, but there aren't a lot, and it is more expensive to get it as a hardcover, so you're going to be spending a little bit of money on this as a gift. But I do have a code for you in the description box below that you can use to get $15 off your order of this book or any other books from Wonderbly. Jackie Morris's The Cat and the Fiddle collection of nursery rhymes has a very ethereal quality to it, somewhat mystical in its appearance of illustrations. A lot of these nursery rhymes are ones that are not quite as familiar to American readers. They are probably from England and very popular, more popular there than they would be in the US, but they are beautifully illustrated. I like the imaginative nature of these illustrations. This book is not very long. There are not a lot of nursery rhymes in here, but if you're looking for very colorful and magical type of nursery rhyme book, then this may be the one for you. Mary Engelbreit is another famous children's illustrator. She has her own collection of Mother Goose. This one is extremely colorful, very detailed, and a lot of fun. We like the fact that this one includes a note from the author, and also that the nursery rhymes are each illustrated very well, very clearly for children to see. This is a long collection, so you do have a lot of nursery rhymes in here. It's one of my favorites personally. There is good representation in here of multiple ethnic groups, ethnicities. So if your child wants to see themselves in a book of nursery rhymes, this might be a good pick. Engelbreit includes animals and people as the main characters. There is an index of first lines to help you navigate the book. A famous author illustrator, Tasha Tudor, created her own Mother Goose. This one is mini, so it really fits well into little kids' hands, although I'm not sure that I would entrust it to my kids unless they're super careful. Her illustrations are timeless and very beautiful. There is a table of contents, so you can find the nursery rhymes. Tudor alternates between color and black and white illustrations. There is only one nursery rhyme per page. Each page spread is the same with 2 different nursery rhymes featured on it. This book just speaks to the slow and natural lifestyle of the 1800s, early 1900s. Little Golden Books have long been a classic in children's literature, and they have an Old Mother Goose and other nursery rhymes collection. This one is very small. If you're looking to save space on your bookshelf and just want the essentials, this would be a good choice. The illustrations are colorful all throughout the book, and there are multiple nursery rhymes on each page. There is no index of nursery rhymes, so you just look through it, but it is small, so they're easy to find. Mother Goose by Scott Cook features some very unique illustrations. If you like his style, then this is the nursery rhyme book for you. He has somewhat pointy illustrations, if that makes sense. There is a table of contents, and the illustrations all fit within the same type of color scheme. They all have the same tone. There are many nursery rhymes on each page spread, and an illustration to go with almost every nursery rhyme. The classic Mother Goose, edited by Armand Eisen, is a tall book that has a variety of illustrations throughout it. If you want to find a collection that has beautiful illustrations but some variety, then this one I highly recommend. It has quite a few nursery rhymes. As you will see as I flip through this book, you will see some illustrations that fit more within realism, some that are more detailed than others, and some that are more cartoonish than others. Many of these have a lot of stanzas to them, and some are rather short. This is not a thick book, so it is easy if you want to just have a small collection. Then this is an easy one that still offers great value. Beatrix Potter's nursery rhyme book is one of the most unique books among this collection. She has her characters in this book as both the illustrations and the characters in the rhymes themselves. So the rhymes are changed to include her characters. For example, Hickamore Hackamore is a play on Humpty Dumpty. Also, there seem to be a few that are original to Beatrix Potter and her characters from her books, as if they were taken from her books as a rhyme themselves. For example, Tabitha Twitchit. Beatrix Potter's illustrations are beautiful, similar to Tasha Tudor's. They're going to be ones that a lot of parents will be familiar with and might want to pass on to their children. This collection of nursery rhymes also includes riddles, which are fun for older kids. The iconic Tomie dePaola also has his own Mother Goose book. His signature style is very child-friendly, and he has many nursery rhymes in this book. Very colorful and varied illustrations throughout the book. As you can see, in many cases there are multiple nursery rhymes on the same page. This book also has great representation of different races and ethnicities, so if you're wanting that in your book, this is a good choice. The characters in the nursery rhymes are mostly people. At the end, there is an index by first line. Mother Goose Treasury from Parragon is a beautiful collection of favorite nursery rhymes. It has an embossed cover. It has a presentation page, beautiful, colorful illustrations. There are many nursery rhymes in this book. A long table of contents. 187 pages. The illustrations are very playful, and this book includes many nursery rhymes that I did not see in these other books that are more modern. Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo is one. Others include Miss Mary Mack and Five Little Ducks, as well as A Sailor Went to Sea. These were the rhymes that I grew up with as a child. This book also has good representation of race and ethnicity. Out of this whole list, this is one of my favorite books. Rosemary Wells, the creator of Max and Ruby, has a Mother Goose book called My Very First Mother Goose. This was edited by Iona Opie, and it has very playful illustrations, a very playful formatting as well. It's divided into chapters. The first chapter is Jack and Jill. The characters in the book are mostly animals with some people thrown in, and most of these are rabbits and mice. The characters will be somewhat familiar to children who are familiar with Max and Ruby. The Usborne Illustrated Nursery Rhymes has a padded board book cover. The inside has many nursery rhymes. There is one per page and sometimes 4 a page spread. The illustrations are very child appropriate and colorful. This one has less color than some other books on this list, but it is a substantial collection, and this book fits well within the hands of small children. Here is an index of first lines. The complete collection of Mother Goose is a more recent discovery. It has a large gatefold that it calls a stunning gatefold, and it is. It's beautiful and colorful. The illustrations are very colorful and lively. My son loves sitting through this book. There are a few pages that have longer text, and those are a little more difficult to get through, but we're working on it. And overall, it's a beautiful copy that is going to be on our shelves for a long time. It is rather large, so it does take quite a bit of lap room or a whole lot of holding with your hands. "123 pages. Favorite nursery rhymes from Mother Goose by Scott Gustafson is gorgeous in its illustrations. It has fewer nursery rhymes because there is one nursery rhyme and then an entire page of illustration, but it is extremely valuable. This book has many different types of people represented. It has some very realistic, very gorgeous illustrations as well as some more playful ones. There are 96 pages total of nursery rhymes. Last but certainly not least is the Arnold Lobel Book of Mother Goose. This is from an iconic children's illustrator and author. He wrote Frog and Toad, which you'll probably be familiar with if you have preschoolers. And this book includes some illustrations that make you turn the page, so it's very interactive in that way. It has his signature style, of course, a lot of nursery rhymes here. This is one that I also really enjoy, and I think that is very child friendly and engaging for kids with the funniness just in the illustrations, the silliness that goes on. Again, lots and lots and lots of nursery rhymes here. You will find them easily with the index of first lines at the back of the book. This book is an American Library Association notable children's book. And finally, the time has come for the grand reveal. These are the books that will be staying on our shelves. These are our favorite nursery rhyme books. We love these books because of their illustrations, the balance between text and pictures, and also the personalization that comes with some of these. The Mother Goose Treasury is a favorite because it includes modern classics as well. Complete Mother Goose and Scott Gustafson's Mother Goose are just simply gorgeous with their illustrations and their inclusion of many different types of people. Mother Goose by Richard Scarry is one that is going to stay on our shelves forever. I am so excited to announce the release of my book, Brazilian Nursery Rhymes and Songs. This is a treasury of Brazilian nursery rhymes in the original Portuguese, as well as translations by yours truly in a dynamic and beautiful way. I wanted to capture the beauty of Brazilian nursery rhymes for everyone to enjoy together. So whether your family is bilingual like we are, or you just enjoy international nursery rhymes and international books, you can find this book on Amazon.com and eventually on my website. I will leave the link in the description box below, as well as the official release date. This has been a labor of love, and I'm so excited. Thanks for celebrating with me. Thanks so much for joining me today with this video. I would love to hear your vote in the comments below. Which book is your favorite, and are there any books that I should have included in this video that you would highly recommend? Let us know in the comments below. Again, it's great to chat with you guys. I will see you in the next video. Love you. Ciao.